Alright, hello everybody, this is Zacharias. We're back again with more of Avadon. I originally did not want to get into another fight, but I feel like I have no choice now. I don't know how I could have convinced her otherwise. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and roll with this. It doesn't matter now. But yeah, welcome back. We're in the middle of the fight. We have to still eventually save here, but there's no way I can save. You can't save during a fight or anything. So I do have to stick with this here. Screw your days. So yeah, we're just gonna have to resume it right here. Now don't get me wrong, when this minor stuff does drive me crazy though, it's still not me just like taking it out in the game or anything, because I still think the game is really good. I've really enjoyed it. It's just that I really wish the autosave was more generous like it was in Avernum. That's really the only thing. Because then I could just use that to fall back on in case I get stuck in like situations like this. I don't know why I kept all these wands of lightning, but whatever. I wonder how we could have convinced her, though. If that was even an option. And it's just way too late for me to reload anything, too, is another thing. Let's do a group heal. And it sucks that we have to kill Melisandre because of the Duke. Oh, and I hate that all these beasts are by Napoli, too. Yeah, at least they're both dead now. So yeah, they're not joking when they say this is a long sequence, because it is definitely quite long. So yeah, anything you want to clear out before this? Before going in that trapdoor in Castle Vevo, make sure you do it. You will not get any other opportunity. Tender Melisandre crumples to the ground, a proud warrior of Kalimdariel to the last. This is another senseless death that Duke Griffin is going to have to answer for. Loyal to Avadon or not, any attack on a hand must be answered. Shadow Walker's Blade. I don't have Shattering Pot that he can use. Although, yeah, I'd rather he use a blade than a lance, to be honest. We'll still hang on to it, though. Alright, let's see if we can just sneak past those Hellhounds, because I really don't want to fight them. If we can get a hold of a shield, we'll put it back on Shima. Okay, make sure we stay away from them. Okay, please tell me that was... Tender Melisande is dead. And Gavin listens to your tale. He seems surprisingly saddened by it. I honestly thought that she might be loyal to the pack. I thought you might convince her to flee. Instead, the Duke's treason infected her. Okay, so I don't think there was a way we could have convinced her. He sits there in silence for some time. He looks at your armor, your weapons, with something that approaches envy. You acted decisively. Sometimes I miss it. The risk. The ability to make decisions. Yes, the power. Then he shakes his head. Those days are lost. I will meet my end of the bargain. I will help you to return to Avadon. How will you help me to return to Avadon? Yes, he thinks for a moment. I will help you. But how? Should I tell you? No. If you clear the way, I will show you to the way into Castle Vebo myself. I'm still enough of a hand to do that much. Go east and clear the way. I will follow. Where should I go exactly? East from this encampment, but stay off the main road. Look for a stone spire with a rusty shield hanging from it. There is a concealed path there. Continue east from there. There is a clearing beyond. If any guards greet you, you might need to defend yourself. Once the path is clear, my scouts will let me know and I will follow. You will come back to Castle Vebo with me? Only long enough to help you gain entry. I do not think I will help you to fight your way through. The fearlessness of a servant of Avadon has left me. And Gavin will help you to slip back into Castle Vebo. First, however, you must clear a path back to that fortress. From Gavin's home, fight your way to the east, avoiding the main road. At one point, you will find a hidden pathway, marked by a rusty shield on a rock outcropping. Okay. So yes, avoid the main road, but go east. Okay, whatever. We'll just fight them. Here I am clicking excessively when I can't even do anything about it. Oh, come on, really? I can't, like I said, the autosave is not generous at all in this. Get out of here with that. Get out of here. Get out of here, fool. I said get out of here. I said get out of here. Why are there more? When do you know when to be tactical in this in order to avoid these patrols? If you can do that, because I don't even know. Alright, get this fool out of here, though. Don't get out of here. Ain't nobody tell you could fight me. What is wrong with you? Okay, hopefully we don't run into any more baddies here. This was perhaps the last place you would expect to see the Wayfarer, but here he is. He stands boldly out in the open, waiting for you. He is not as calm and tireless as he normally appears. He is short on breath, and his robes are dirty and torn. Also, his hand rests on the pommel of his blade. For the first time, you think that he might be an actual immediate danger to you. Still, he manages to smile. Hello, Xander. I apologize that it took me so long to find you out here. I might have been of use to you sooner. Events are moving quickly, and it has become desperately important that we talk. How did you manage to find me? Our resources are limitless, and our allies are everywhere. I was sure that you would have figured this out by now. You can never escape us, just as Avadon can no longer escape. Do you know how I came to be hunted like this? I know the outline of the details. Duke Griffin has declared that you are to be killed on sight. Once he convinces Redbeard of certain untrue statements, you will be unwelcome in Avadon. At that point, you will be doomed. And yet, there is hope. That is why I'm here. Do you have a job for me, even now? Not a job, a simple exchange. All I want for you to do is answer a few simple questions. I will ask you to reveal no secret information. I will only ask of your state of mind. In return, I may be able to save your life. Alright, ask your questions. Alright, be calm. Things are quiet here. We only need to have a short conversation. Simply relax and answer. Go on. You have seen for yourself a truth the people of the pack know all too well. The justice of Avadon is for sale. If you give a willing hand enough money, and you can always find a willing hand, you can get or do whatever you want. Is that just? Is that something you can be a part of? It is unfortunate, but the good Avadon does outweighs the harm. Is that true? And even if it is, will it stay that way forever? How long can Avadon keep its power from corrupting it completely? Now for the second question. Ask away. Avadon has been given the power to hunt, interrogate, and destroy any that it thinks threaten the pack. You have seen for yourself how carelessly and clumsily its power is applied. Redbeard expects you to spend your life hunting, killing, crushing, burning. How do you feel about that? If that is the price to pay to protect the people of the pact, so be it. But is it the best way to protect the pact? Might not someone else use that power more wisely than Redbeard? It is something to consider. Now a third question, if you have the patience for it. Another question then. My final question is about Redbeard. He has been the master of Avadon for many years. The magics he uses to maintain his life will keep him in charge for many years more. He holds on by killing any who question him, and yet you follow him. My final question, are you loyal to him, or has his time passed? I swore to obey him. I will continue to do so. Your loyalty, even to one who has grown so distant and incapable as Redbeard, does you credit. Final question, and then I will reward you. One final question. You have been abandoned by the pack. The treachery of the Duke has doomed you. Soon, when he has his way, Avadon will proclaim you a criminal. Suppose, however, that you could return to Avadon and clear your name. What then? What with what you have learned of the Black Fortress? Can you still serve it? Or do you have the courage to change it? To replace Redbeard and to rule wisely in his place? Before I answer, who are you really? I promise that question will be answered very soon. Soon I will do something that will elevate me to eternal fame, or infamy. If you live, you won't have to wait much longer. Now tell me, are you survival to Avadon, or would you fight to make it better? Thing is, it would be a lot of power and responsibility, and will make you target if you have that much power as Redbeard does. So as flawed as Avadon is, and flawed Redbeard clearly is, I would rather not have that power. I am no traitor. I serve Avadon. Leave me and do not seek me again. The Wayfarer nods somberly. It is to your credit, I suppose, and yet I will hold out one final wistful hope that you can be saved. I will give you your reward, a bit of advice. Yes. Redbeard's time has passed. If you wish to survive the coming destruction, spare Duke Griffin when you have the chance. Then unseat the doddering master of the Black Fortress. Do this, and you might live. I am done with you. The lone Shadow Walker watches you as you pass. He debates whether to attack you. Finally, he steps back and lets you go. Your death is inevitable. I do not need to cause it. You start to walk away. Then you look back. The Wayfarer has vanished. You look at the spire of the rock to the north. Someone has hung a rusty shield from a stone outcropping. Then you start to pull aside the brush to the east. Behind it, you find a narrow path threading to the east. Beyond there is a narrow, rotting wooden bridge over the river. From this side, you easily see the concealed pathway through this dense thicket of brush. You push to the side, revealing the pathway Hand Gavin told you about. Then you realize what his directions left out. You are at the rear of a huge camp of pack soldiers. You'll have to move closer to see more. You also suspect that if you want Hand Gavin to lead you to Castle Vebo, you don't have a choice. You're at the edge of a large camp of pack soldiers, the base of operations for the hordes currently hunting for you. You can't help but note that Hand Gavin's directions led you directly here. Something that might be worth discussing if you survive to meet him again. The camp is, fortunately, mostly empty. Most of the soldiers are out hunting for you. However, the commander is still there with his personal guard. They are standing at a table in the center of the camp, poring over maps and planning the hunt. They haven't seen you yet, but they will soon. There is a man in glorious and ornate plain armor standing by the table. Everything about him communicates great wealth and influence. The long, curved blade hanging from his belt also lets you know that he would be dangerous in a duel. You recognize him from Castle Vebo, where you met him briefly and talked to him long enough for him to express his contempt to you. This is Viscount Veroche. He recognizes you too and sneers. So, you turned out to be a traitor after all. I recognized it the moment I saw you. I am thankful that you saved us trouble hunting you down. You will receive no mercy here. You die now for your treason, and your destruction will only add to my glory. You have heard wrong. I am no traitor. Xander, you are a hand of Avadon. If only for the honor of the Black Fortress, you should face your death with dignity. Admit when you have done what you have done and quietly accept my blow. What exactly is my crime? I heard it from Duke Griffin's mouth. You are in league with the Tawan Empire. You murdered the Hulk London warriors to prevent him from making peace. What proof did Duke Griffin have? Proof? He is a duke. His word is all the proof I need. Surely a hand used to having your word taken as law must understand. Duke Griffin is a traitor, not I. Viscount Veroche, who was calm and dignified until now, is enraged. Is there no end to your treachery? To your treason? Is it not enough to be caught and face death? You have to vomit lies and libel our noble lord? Enough. They show you no more dignity or care. The warriors charge you, blades out, howling for your blood. And once again, we are yet in another fight. Viscount Veroche lets out a stirring battle cry. He seems to have an almost magical effect on his warriors, perhaps aided by actual magic. All of his allies near him attack you with deadly precision and defend themselves with incredible skill. Oh, what the heck was that? Again, I'm annoyed in yet another fight, but I can understand why this is so lengthy. Ooh, I forgot I had that. Yes, we knocked back that one that was harassing Nathalie. Okay. What is a way for mean we should spare the Duke, though? If you try to reach Viscount Varoche to do battle with him, you find that his warriors are getting in your way. All of his allies cluster near him, interfering with your blows and blocking your attacks with their shields. You have to admire the loyalty he inspires in his allies. As long as they are near him, it will be hard to get a good shot in. Okay, well, if that's the way you want to do it. Dang, Nathalie has taken so much damage. Oh my goodness, really? You know what? No, screw that. We're bringing her back. There is none of that here. Come on, kill the stupid wizard already. Kill the stupid wizard already. Kill the stupid wizard already. Not Nathalie. Oh, again? You get out of here. I have not even saved yet, so I have to survive this. Will you hurry up? In your turn? How many freaking turns do they have right now? That's my question. Get out of here with that. Alright, we're definitely bringing Nathalie back. There's no way we aren't. Can't reach target. How am I ensnared again? How many turns do they have? Good lord. Get out of here with that. Alright, I got you now, punk. Viscount Varoche falls in battle. Another loyal and skilled warrior of the pack, if a bit arrogant, is dead because of the Duke Griffin's treachery. You need to soon find a way to return to Castle Vebo and then to Avadon. Something has to be done. Your footsteps to the west. Now that the battle has concluded, Han Gavin has seen fit to join you. Finally. The one we have is better. This one is pretty solid, though. Han Gavin walks into the grove. He moves up to you quickly, taking in all of the carnage with a business-like nod. This is clearly the work of a hand of Avadon. Quick, clinical, lethal. Such efficiency. It makes me feel humble. I miss it. You note that he is armed, armored, and ready for battle. Now that this lot is gone, the way is clear. We will move quickly now. Where should I go? After me. You will follow me, and then I will lead you to Castle Bebo. Then I will guide you to the pylon. You wish to come with me? More than wish it. I will come. I know the route, and that knowledge wins me a place at your side. Why did you decide to come? Because it was easier to live with my shame and disgrace when I only had to face brigands and scum. But seeing you, young, unbowed, and the pride of Avadon, showed me how far I had sunk. You wish to be a hand again? I do. Serving Avadon, for all its flaws and compromises, is the most glorious destiny in all the world. Someday I must die, and when I do, I will die a hand. What now? Now you follow me. I know all the hidden paths and back roads through these woods. Take the path I will now lead you to. Go to Castle Vebo and meet me to the north of the main road. Then we will enter and hunt down the traitor together. Lead on. And Gavin starts to respond, but he is interrupted by the distant sounds of horns and shouting. Good, we will not be left alone for long. Come on. He turns and walks away, expecting you to follow. And Gavin reveals another concealed doorway, this one in a large rock outcropping on the east side of the clearing. This path is seldom traveled. We can follow it all the way to Vebo. I will meet you there. Don't delay. Then he hastens through the opening and down the path. Where's hand Gavin at? Okay, we're definitely not going to go through the front. You catch up with Hand Gavin, who is standing by the lake and looking up at Castle Vebo. Most people would be terrified to the point of collapse by the prospect of infiltrating a fort like this one. Not a hand of Avadon, Gavin is as excited and carefree as a small child. He looks over at you. So, Xander, I see you have arrived. It will be an honor to have you at my side for the assault. How will we get in? He chuckles. Avadon has many resources. There's not a single fortress anywhere in the pack that we don't have a concealed entrance to. Entry will not be difficult. But what if Duke Griffin knows about it? He won't. These tunnels are some of Avadon's most closely guarded secrets. Redbeard let me labor out here for a decade before he told me about it. Where is it? You can follow me to it. You will be privy to a great and valuable secret. I hope that you appreciate it. Where will it be in the fortress? In the supply chambers, where Castle Vebo keeps supplies in case of a siege. Hardly any guards. We should not have to struggle until we reach the upper floor. Are you ready to begin the attack? Painfully, desperately so. I only wish we could see the look on the Duke's face after we slip by him and use the portal. And you, are you prepared? I'm ready. Let's go. Hand Gavin nods and claps you on the shoulder. It is an honor to fight by your side. This will be difficult and we'll probably die. At least we're sure to take a few of them with us. Follow, stay close. He turns and walks through the woods. Gavin reaches an old section of stone wall set in the base of the cliff. The blocks are massive and very, very old. Gavin kneels and brushes aside a bit of moss, revealing a patch of mortar. There is a small, smooth stone in the center of the patch. Gavin lightly rests a fingertip on it. 3 presses. The stone slides aside. We slip in. We need to keep from being seen as long as possible. Go ahead. Gavin presses the stone twice. It sinks into the mortar each time with a satisfying click. He pauses for a moment, then he presses the switch a third time. The sound of stone grinding on stone is surprisingly quiet. A narrow doorway opens before you. Gavin starts to rise, and then you hear it, a soft, high-pitched noise. It sounds so familiar, but it takes a moment for you to place it. It was in the bandit lair when Shagaz opened the locked door. And then, get back! As you shout the warning, your companion, thinking quickly, pulls you back. This is what saves your life. The arcs of lightning that fly out only graze you. That slight contact flings you 20 feet away. It takes you a full minute to realize that you are still alive. You stagger to your feet and walk back to Gavin's body. A bolt struck him square in the chest. It left a tiny hole passing straight through his heart and emerging on the other side. And now your guide and defender is gone. But the castle is open before you, and the need to return to Avadon is no less pressing. Well, at least he died trying to help us. You wander through the castle's storerooms. All the supplies here are meant to sustain the fortress should it ever be under siege. You realize that most of the provisions are fresh, recently purchased by Duke Griffin. He is preparing for war, but with whom? As you move forward, the quiet of the dark hall is broken by the distant cry of a horn, and then shouting. Your intrusion has been discovered. If you have any hope of reaching the portal back to Avadon alive, you will have to move quickly. Well, two can play that game. Thank goodness for the corruption killing him. You know what? Let's just go ahead and give all these to Xander, except for the wands, because of how I know what's gonna. I do remember what happens when we get back to Avadon, so we'll just give all the potions to Xander. If they need to use one, then I'll pass one over to them. But okay, so Duke Griffin is not there. He returned to the lovely gardens of Castle Vebo. The gateway to the portal back to Avadon is just ahead, but what you see makes your heart sink. The massive gate to the portal has been closed. A large band of guards stands in front of it. Warriors in plate, archers, mages. Even if you were able to defeat them, you would not be able to open the gate from this side. If you want to reach the pylon, you will have to find another route. You do remember that there was a narrow access tunnel in the back of the pylon grove, but how can you reach it? Why am I here, though? Really? Move my camera back. How many of these fools are there? Get me out of here. On, how do I get... Come on, I don't want to fight all them. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Get... Looks like Iacacia is gone at least. No, get me out of here. Get me out of here. I don't want to fight all them. Dang, how much longer is this gonna take? Because I do need a save. Ugh. Come on, kill them all already. Okay, maybe we are supposed to go in the throne room. You return to the spectacular Great Hall of Castle Vebo. The expanse of polished marble floors is now free of courtiers. When the alarm was raised, they had the good sense to flee immediately. Disappointingly, Lord Griffin is not here to greet or confront you. In fact, the gate behind his throne is now open. There are no guards to be seen. Instead, there is a lone mage waiting to meet you. She stands in front of the throne, flexing her fingers nervously. Nathalie looks thrilled. Her eyes glow a little with excitement. A duel with one of my kind. A sorceress from Kalimdariel. Yes. Perfect. Yes. You step forward and face Incantatrix Questa, the master sorceress of Castle Vebo. She stands in your path, ready to stop you from passing the throne. She says, "So, Xander, we meet now. I liked you better before you betrayed us. Duke Griffin told me that you are a traitor, said I must stop you. They are the orders of my Duke. I must follow them. Another guard trying to stop me? You will have no more success." Questa holds her hands wide, stares at you, and begins to chant. She projects her power, filling the air of the great hall. Her eyes begin to glow. Step 4 then. To pass, you must face my power. Okay. All right, let's make sure they get one. Incantrix Questa makes a quick, elaborate set of motions with her hands. For a moment, you have to admire the skill and confidence with which she worked her enchantments. She makes it seem effortless. And then, a moment later, you feel yourself ripped away. You're elsewhere, and the servants from the nether regions have come to defend her. Oh, screw you. Alright, let's make sure we kill her quick, then. I am so over it right now. But then again, they told you from the beginning that this would be a long sequence, so... How many people do I have to fight? I'm not going to worry about fighting those minor guards there. It's going to take a while. You knock Incantor Questa back with a sharp blow. The powerful magical barrier she has wrapped around herself began to flicker and fade. No, she gasped. We forgot here. We're arrogant. The power of Avadon. The training. Avadon always gets the best of us all. She looks up at you. You? The Duke? Is it true? Does he lie to us? Are you a traitor? I'm as loyal as you are. She nods slowly. I can see that now. I should have trusted my instincts. I knew that the Duke was slipping. I leave him to you. I do not wish to die. Not for him. I wish to leave. Nathalie can be strained her power. It's a trick. Burn her down. Why should I believe that you are loyal? It might be a trick. I don't know. All I have to argue for me is a lifetime of service. I am tired. You still aided him and attacked me. You must pay. You reject my offer? You turn away my service? Then your hands will deal in injustice. And yet, when I fall, I will still give you a boon. The one who betrayed my trust must pay. She looks around. She looks around. This is the end. I did not think it would be this way. She raises her hand, ready to fight to the death. With the final blow, you shatter Questa's magical shield and blast her body backwards. She falls onto the throne, mortally wounded. As her eyes lose focus, she gasps, Griffin, you took my trust. You misused it. You will face justice. She closes her eyes. As she dies, the ward she placed on the gate she was guarding fade away. She gives you one final gift. You hear a gate slowly open. Oh, so I guess we could have spared her then. I am not fighting all of them. Let's just... Come on, really? Yeah, there's no way I'm fighting all of them. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Nope, get me out of here. I'm not gonna fight all of them. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. I am not fighting every single one of them. Get me out of here. I'm not fighting every single... Honestly, now that I think about it, we could have spared her, but... Get me out of here. I don't want to fight all them. You could have at least called your minions. What the heck? I need to save the game. Get me out of here. Okay, you know what? I wonder if I can get Shima over there and then... That stopping you effect is so annoying. I'm not gonna fight all of them. Get me out of here. I want to get this... Get me out of here! I need to save the game. Oh. Why is this taking so long? Come on, kill them already, dang it. Kill them. Okay, kill them already. I need to save the game. Okay. Please tell me Shima can go up there to that portal. I'm so over it right now. No, I'm not gonna fight every single one of them. I need to save the game, though, is the thing. I don't care if I die, I just need to save the game. Come on, I need to save. Stop putting me in combat so much already for a moment. Okay, you know what? This freaking... You know what? Let me go ahead and fight them off, and then I'll pause and resume, because this is just ridiculous. I need to save the freaking game. Alright, we're back. I went ahead and finished off all those enemies that were there, because good lord. And I do want to apologize real quick. I mean, I did not mean to get annoyed with that. It's just that... You know, they shouldn't expect you to move quickly through the game if they're just going to have people, like, constantly come out you, like, frequently. And really, when Questa died, or disappeared, the servant should have gone, too. So that did annoy me a little bit immensely, especially since I'm at a point where I need to save. But with that in mind, here we are now. You enter the private royal chambers of Duke Griffin. You wish you were able to relax and enjoy some of the limitless luxury that surrounds you. Sadly, the constant stream of people who want to kill you hampers your enjoyment. You can hear in the corridors ahead quiet muttering and the soft metallic sounds of chainmail. If the Duke is still here, he has plenty of guards. Okay, well, this time I actually am going to save the game right here. But I will see you all with the next part of Let's Play.